What is up, you guys? So today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. I've gotten so many requests to do it, so I finally had time to sit down today and record. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hesitant on posting this video on my YouTube channel because I do want to keep my YouTube channel focused on fitness, but since there were so many requests, I thought, you know, what the hell, one makeup video won't hurt. So I already have my eyebrows on. Just for reference, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Caramel, and this color worked with my red hair, which is my natural hair color, and also with the dark hair that I have now. So I really like this color because it's pretty universal for me. And then I just picked up the Makeup Forever Brow Gel. I've tried the Anastasia one out and I just didn't like it. So this one I really like, and the wand actually has like fibers on it. I don't know if this will focus. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has like fibers on the end of it up on top here, and that really helps when you brush it through your eyebrow look like it's actual hairs. So that's what I did for my eyebrows. I cleaned them up underneath and on top, and I primed my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish moisturizing primer. I have super dry skin, so everything that I do on my face is going to be aimed, let me zoom in. Everything that I use on my face is going to be aimed for people with dry skin. So I'm sorry if you have oily skin and you're watching this. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. A lot of people start off with the eyes. I personally don't for my everyday makeup look because the eyeshadow that I do is super simple and easy, and it's not like sparkly, so it's not going to get all over my face. So my vanity is right in front of me, so I'm going to be looking kind of forward when I'm doing it. And we're gonna get started on the face first. So like I said, I already primed my face, moisturized it, and I just picked up this foundation at Target. I'm always trying new foundations because my skin is so dry, and a lot of foundations just don't work with my dry skin. So this is the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal. So I'm gonna go ahead put this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna mix in this guy. I don't know if they still sell this. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights. So I'm gonna use this. It's just like a sparkly, I don't want to say sparkly, it just adds an extra glow to your skin. Another thing, if they don't have this and you guys want something similar, is the MAC Strobe Cream. They do come in different bottles now. They're a little bit taller and skinnier, but if you go into the MAC store and ask them for the MAC Strobe Cream, they'll know what you're talking about. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this on the back of my hand. For reference, I'm in the color 205 Natural Beige in this foundation, and it's a pretty spot on match. I'm not gonna lie, I did a pretty good job. And then I'm taking just a wet beauty blender and going right onto the skin. No, my skin isn't like bad. I don't have a lot of discoloration or acne or anything like that. The only really bad discoloration I have is under my eyes because I don't get enough sleep, so I have pretty bad dark circles. So the foundations that I use are usually medium coverage. I don't opt for full coverage necessarily, just because I don't need it, and full coverage foundations can sometimes look cakey on my skin just because I have dry skin. Alright, so I moved the camera just because the lighting is more even this way. So I'm just taking this down my neck. And then the next thing I'm gonna go in with is my Tarte Shape Tape. This is a really light color for me. Like, I could honestly go for a color that's a little bit darker, but this is in Light Sand. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. It's honestly, people rant and rave about this concealer, and I don't know how I feel about it. It has decent coverage, but I feel like it's personally too drying on my skin. But I can make it work. Alright, so those are the places that yeah, this looks so light on my skin. I promise that's not that white in real life. So this is the places that I put my highlight, and I'm just going to use that same beauty blender with the leftover foundation on it to kind of make it not as bright, and blend it in. And going on this side too. So I'm just blending this all out. Face with this and then blend it all through once again. Like I was saying before, I do have, if you don't have dry skin, then that step is probably unnecessary. Next I'm going to take my Airspun Loose Face Powder. This to me is just like the Laura Mercier powder. Like they do the same thing for me. So if you don't want to spend $42 on the Laura Mercier one, you can order this one on, I think you could get it off of walmart.com. Just kind of set the rest of my face like so. Now, even though I have dry skin, I do set my face just because it really locks in all the makeup and prevents it from moving around throughout the day. That is all set in place. I am going to take my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray and spray my face again, just because I don't want my skin to dry out or to look dry. And then I'm gonna let that dry for like 2-3 minutes. Next thing we're gonna do now that that rose water has dried is I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Golden Bronzing Palette. Obviously I love this. I've hit pan. This has some sheen to it, so it gives a really nice overall glow to the face. Taking this on my Morphe M527 brush. This is the best bronzing brush I have ever used. So if you can afford to pick one up, pick one up. I think I paid like 12-15 bucks for it. Super inexpensive for a brush. So I'm just applying this right onto, I don't want to say like the contour part of my cheek, just kind of an overall warmth in that area. I'm not being very precise with it at all. Can you see that? Just like that, that glow. I have a bunch of high-end contour and bronzing palettes and singles and all of that, and honestly these two e.l.f. products are so good that I don't even go to Sephora to look at like contour and bronzing or Ulta. Like I go straight to e.l.f. for these two, and the formula is so easy to blend, and the color that's in here just works so well with my skin tone. A lot of bronzers, it's really hard to not like put it on and look muddy or orange, and this is like the perfect highlighting brush. And I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills That Glow Kit. I'm going to use these two bottom golden shades and kind of mix them. So this is the completed look for the skin part. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started on my eyes. Alright, so I have you guys zoomed in like a lot for this part so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing on my eyes. I'm going to start off with this Morphe 35 brush. It is the best blending brush for the crease that I have ever used. And the palette that I'm going to be using is the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. It looks like this. And the first color I'm going to go in with is this color right here. It's called Safe Word. And I'm just going to be placing this right into my crease. Like that. And you want to make sure, since this is the first color, that it's super blended out and seamless. Also going to take that color right underneath and kind of connect this outer part to the underneath lower lash line. Like so. Once that is done, I am going to go in with my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow that is in the color On the Rocks. You guys can see how metallic this is. I'll swatch it for you. Oh snap, that's foundation. It's just super pretty. It catches the light in like all the right ways. So I like to take my finger with these shadows and just, I'm super messy with this, to be honest. And I just place that right on my lid, like that. Blending brush that I had before and just blend out any harsh lines that I might have made with my fingers. M432 brush. It's just a flat brush like this, and I'm going to go back into my Jeffree Star Androgyny palette and take this dark brown color brush and Dominatrix in the Jeffree Star palette, and I'm going to put this in my waterline like so. You can see the difference that just made. I feel like this color brings out my eyes, which is honestly why I do it. And then I'm going to bring it down onto my lower lash line a bit. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M32 1 brush. It's just like a little pencil brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of Dominatrix, tap off the excess, and blend that light brown that we put earlier down there with this darker brown. And take it on the outer part of my lower lash line. Like so. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. So I'm just taking it right there. And then I connect the two. So this eye is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this eye and then come back when I'm ready for mascara. Alright, so I completed both eyes. I added some inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight with the same highlight that I used on my cheekbones. And now I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and add some mascara. I've talked about the mascara that I use before, or the mascaras that I use. I don't believe in like high-end mascaras. I've never found one that I feel like is superior to the drugstore mascaras, and in most cases drugstore mascaras work better for me. So I've been using the Waterproof Lash Stiletto by Maybelline. Quick little secret, I used to hate waterproof mascaras just because they're such a pain in the ass to get off, but if you want your eyelashes to stand up, then get the waterproof ones because it locks in that position longer since it's waterproof. If you get a normal mascara, then they kind of fall after a while. So I always use waterproof mascara, and I never have an issue with my eyelashes falling down. And I rarely ever use falsies. So I'm just grabbing my eyelashes right at the root, and I'm gonna hold this on there for probably like 10 to 15 seconds. You can see my eyelashes are sticking up nice and high. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Acting that day. Sometimes they take to the mascara really well, other times I have to add a second coat. So my eyelashes are relatively long, and for an everyday makeup look, I like to just, you know, take advantage of my natural lashes and not glue on any lashes. So that is one coat of mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and then decide if I want to put on a second coat. On my natural eyelashes, I don't think that I'm going to add another coat just because I don't want them to get clumpy. They're already looking a little clumpier than I'd like, so I'm gonna leave it as is. Next step is the lips and then a finishing spray, and we are done. So I like to keep the lip pretty nude. I'm gonna go in with this Sephora Satin Lip Cream in the color, does not have the color, Pink Peony. It's not really pink, it's more of a nude. And it is pink, but it's like a muted pink. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and then take my hanger and just kind of rub it onto my lip. Lipstick. Now this is my favorite color to use. It is in the color Fresh Brew, and it's just such a pretty nude color. Let's see if it'll focus. It's such a pretty nude color. It's sheen, so it's not like this color full on. It just gives a nice, pretty, light sheen to the lip of this color. I'm gonna add that right on top, like so, and call it a day. Now the last and final step of this look, sorry, it's my drawers closing, guys. You guessed it, some finishing spray. I've used the MAC Fix Plus and the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Those are both great, but this one is the most moisturizing, so that's why I use it. So just spray and let it dry. And this is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you try it out, take a picture, take a selfie, post it, tag me in it. I want to see it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down below and I will try to get back to them as soon as possible.